Manchester City win the 10th repeat in the history of UEFA. It is June the 1st is the day that Man City are going to win the Champions League, and Erling Haaland has Camacho 61. You can write it out with the month first and then the day, June the 1st. In the knockout campaign begins against FC Copenhagen. It's FC Copenhagen that's Camacho 61. The city of London is Camacho 77. The amount of time from Erling Haaland's last goal against Liverpool to the day that he scored again against Everton is 77 days. And 77 is gematria of the city of London. So he last scored against Liverpool. His next goal came against Everton on February the 10th. The city of London is where he's going to win the Champions League at. The amount of time from February the 5th, his first start back in action against Brentford. The amount of time from his first start ever since Liverpool to the day of the final would mark 117 days to the final. In gematria, it's Haaland, born at Leeds in the United Kingdom, is going to win the Champions League at his country of birth. Leeds, West Yorkshire, England. West Yorkshire is the province where he was born at. So born at Leeds, West Yorkshire, England. 117 days after his first start since Liverpool, he wins the final. So this kind of adds context to the day of June the 1st. And then he made a relief appearance against Burnley. The amount of time from his return against Burnley, which came on the 31st day of the year. In gematria, it's the fine over at Wembley. That's gematria 31, and Man City's gematria of 31. And now he made his return on 1-31, January 31st. It's London, England that does have gematria of that 131. And when we really break down the gematria of London, London is gematria of repeat. In the last team to win the Champions League at London was Bayern. Bayern is gematria of 2965, and that's gematria of Erling. So 4 months and a day from his return to the day of the Champions League final, it is Haaland that is gematria 41, and Pep Guardiola would win 2 out of his 3 finals as manager of Manchester City. It'd be 51 days, end day included from the day of the final to Haaland's birthday. 51 is gematria of City of Leeds. Leeds in the UK. His dad played for Leeds United. Leeds United's gematria of 118. Well, me go back to that time frame from his first start back in action against Brentford. 118 days from his first start back in action to the final. His dad played for Leeds United. Alf Haaland did. 74 Premier League appearances with Leeds United. It's London, that's gematria 74, the site of the final. Also played for Nottingham Forest. They are in the Premier League this year. Not by coincidence, probably by design. So father's also gematria Wembley. You know, his birth site. Alfinge Haaland is gematria of London, England. So again, England has everything to do with the country of birth for Erling Haaland. He's born at England, so naturally he would have to win the Champions League over there. In the final on June the 1st of a 8-year is 15-6 day, but how I interpret Real Madrid's 15th Champions League title is that basically Real Madrid are going to win the Champions League right after the previous final played on 15-6 day numerology. So that'd be the previous final of the Champions League. He played for Brian and Moldy. Brian is gematria of Manchester City. Brian is Manchester City. And Molde. So this is all I've got right here. And then uh, England to appear in their 27th final. Next year's final is over at Bavaria. Bavaria is Gamache 27. Their 21st final for England, and Man City just won their 27th match of the year against FC Copanhagen. But Haaland is going to win the 10th repeat in the history of the Champions League, the 10th repeat. In the history of UEFA, there have been 9 prior repeats. This is going to be number 10. The 69th edition of the Champions League is going to be won by a former player of Borussia Dortmund. Borussia Dortmund is Gamache 69 in 213, and Man City traveled to Denmark on February the 13th, the second month, the 13th day. Denmark is Gamache of their last title over Inter, the first final appearance for Guardiola with Manchester City against Porto. And the final is held at England. To make it to England, to play at another final if you're Manchester City.